rivals, welcome to Bax Attacks. If you saw the last episode, you saw that we made it to 5,000. We're Stronghold level 9, it's maxed out on all the defenses and getting there on the walls, and there was just one thing I wanted to do before starting Stronghold 10, and that is enter the arena. So having done that, and with all the gold on hand, we're going to go ahead and start that upgrade. It's going to take a day and a half. And now we'll get our first attacks in the arena. From everything I hear about this, I may not last the night in the arena. I might get knocked out. Would love to get up to 52, 5300 in order to avoid getting knocked down to 4750. I know that every time my base has come across for an opponent, they're going to choose to attack it and they're going to destroy it. That's just a given at a Stronghold 9. The question is, how often will I be attacked, and will I wake up knocked out of the arena or still in it? So I do have some diamonds that I plan to use for this, so we're going to take a good push at this, and I'm going to show the attacks in the arena at the start here. They're not necessarily the best attacks, and I'll probably show the different choices on the bases just so you can get a look at what we're being offered and what kind of bases we're hitting or what kind of bases we're avoiding here. Because it's Ice Knight, we're again, as last time, we're going to probably go with Forville on most of the bases. Zalonia is another top choice. We recently got Jal, but he is not high level and does not have a ton of mana, so we may on occasion use him, but for the most part we'll be using Forville and Zalonia. If I'm able to stay around the arena longer, I'll certainly hope to experiment with different ancients, but for right now, I'm using my my two go-to ancients. Alright, so this space was nice and that is fairly low level. The spell towers were really not positioned to stop the approach or the attack on the stronghold, and so that one falls down fairly easily. So that's good. We got our first attack, first win in the arena. I would really laugh pretty hard if I got Zilla on the first go around, but I don't think that's going to happen. Now we can get a good 500 or 750,000 gold. We can get rings here. There we go. 500,000 gold is going to be very welcome. The chance of getting a epic ancient is also quite good. I do not have Viscaria and would love to get that dragon. Don't think I have Berna either. Don't have Gideon, so there are a number of good ancients still to get. Alright, and the things I'm going to avoid when I can on these bases is ones where there is a Insanity Tower that's central and hard to get to, or ones that are Stronghold 15 are definitely out, and if I'm going to hit a Stronghold 14, it's going to have to be a poor design or have a lot of stuff upgrading. Now here's a Stronghold 12, so that's good. That's more the base that's our speed for now. Alright, this one's also a Stronghold 12, just trying to see which one is going to make more sense to hit. They're about equivalent, but with the medium offering more cups, we'll go for that one. There's the 3 spell towers. We're going to go with Forville. Zalonia would also have been a strong choice coming in from the west there on the Curse Tower. And we'll start getting some mana. Now actually, the dragon is distracting the Curse Tower. And if you notice, there's really not any other defenses nearby, and so the Maulers will choose a path going into the base rather than around. And whenever you see that happening, usually you can send in your troops from that side. There's almost no defenses up there, very little ones, and the spell towers are totally out of play. So when you can path your main troops into the stronghold by that kind of backdoor through a set of walls, you definitely take advantage of that. It's very tricky to determine without actually going ahead and selecting the base to attack, whether or not you'll have a clear path for the troops. But as you hit more of those type of bases, you'll get a better feel for that and get a feel for how much you have to clear on the side with some of your troops in order to make a path if there isn't one at the start. So with the ability to get a large amount of gold in just one attack now, I am making just a few walls to keep us safely below the maximum storage level. Now there's a stronghold level 12 here that's a hard one. That's interesting. Let's see, don't see anything upgrading. It's pretty solid design here. But when you get 18 cups for winning and 11 for losing, the odds are in your favor. And as a stronghold 12, I think I gotta take this one. A little bit of free mana on the outside too, that'll help. Several different possible pathways to come into the base as well. There's less defenses on the west side. It's farther away from the spell towers. You just have to deal with that one crippling poison spell tower. And also, once you knock out the anti-air defenses, the watchtowers on the left side, there's going to be no anti-air left guarding the stronghold. So whenever you see that, it's usually a very good idea to go in, make sure you knock out those anti-air, and then if nothing else, your dragon will be able to attack. And no sooner do I say that, do I send the dragon flying across to his death. That was bad. If this is a Bax fail, it's a preventable one. Oh boy. Come on. Oh, I'm gonna better drop in the Kingdom Portal troops, that flame tower. Oh! That was a fail. And the reason for it was I was too busy talking about the use of the dragon to get the stronghold instead of actually using it. Oh well. I gotta remember that more in the future. It's important, in other words, to know how you're exactly planning to take down the stronghold, and when you have a pathway where your dragon is going to have a clear shot, you don't want to send him swooping across the base like that. I must have thought I was using Viscari or something. His Talisen's health isn't going to survive that trip as well as Viscari would. Alright, so let's see what we got to choose from on these bases. Big spell tower concentration with the flame ones down at the bottom. Quite a bit of portals stuck together. That's handy for getting some extra mana. Let's take a look though. You really do want to check all three of the bases when you're deciding what to attack. Sometimes you can have a stronghold sitting out on the hard base, and you'll just get a ton of cups with no risk for that. And sometimes you can get a much harder base at the easier one. The hard, medium, and easy doesn't really depend on the difficulty of the base. Rather, if something is a lot higher honor than you, it's going to be considered a hard one. If it's lower honor than you, it's going to be an easy one. And if it's right around the same honor, that's what the medium is. So it's important to check out all the three different ones. Alright, now using 4-Bell, it makes sense to come in from the ice tower side of it. Got enough mana to make sure we had enough to spam the frost shields. Do a little bit of sweeping and distracting with the dragon. I think the troops will get the stronghold no problem. The dragon can come back in and finish up if not. Alright, so that one was more straightforward. That's good to see. Alright, replacements aren't bad. Rings are very good. The lower stronghold level you are, the less rings you need to advance to the next one. Likewise, gold is harder to come by at the lower stronghold level, so we like to see gold, we like to see ancients, and the Primus is good as well. Alright, we have an ancient, an insanity tower here. Probably not one we're going to hit. Stronghold 12, and not too bad on the spell towers. The Primus Conduit is upgrading, so that's good. It won't charge up the defenses around it. So we will go for this base. See that that's safely out of range of the watchtower, and so the dragon will start there, build up some flight time, and get some mana. Alright, now that arrow launcher is also upgrading, so we can knock that out for free, get some mana. Really not much in the air down at this section either. Got that one watchtower. So we'll get the troops down, get the dragon coming in behind them, away from the watchtower, protect them with their frost shield. We have so much mana, we'll get a ice elemental down. Sometimes that's risky. You really want to make sure you have enough for an extra frost shield, but as long as you do, the ice elemental can be helpful. Alright, so that's a good 10 cup win. You'll do well stringing together those small wins as long as you don't, as long as you're patient and don't lose any, or don't lose many, I should say. Now, a lot of people will take even more time, and if they don't see a particularly easy base, you can always exit out, wait 3 minutes, and you'll get a fresh set of 3 to review for potential attacks. So if you're cautious or a little just uncertain on the what you're able to attack, that's the smart play. I kind of like to just hit one and take the extra challenge of it myself, but that's totally a matter of preference. And also, I'm still kind of concerned that I'm going to get attacked very heavily and get knocked down quickly, so I don't want to be sitting around doing nothing for long periods of time here. Alright, this base will do. Medium 1, 14 on a win, minus 15 on a loss. Got that upgrading defense so we can knock it out and the arrow launcher, that's good. This looks like the same base as last time. We'll have to go back and look at that. Using the same strategy, that's for sure. Got the dragon getting some mana, distracting the purple tower, and just send in the troops behind them, and take things out pretty straightforward. That is either the identical base or a very, very similar design. You will start seeing a lot of the similar designs over and over. They start to look alike, but sometimes subtle changes in the position of defenses can be important, and whether or not something is upgrading or not can also be very important. So even if you think you've hit it before, you want to take a close look. Alright, so we got our first 50 cups. We're at 50-52. So that's good. And so on this one we have an Insanity Tower, but the base is otherwise not too difficult. So we're going to break out Jal for this one. And let's see, just for a little extra oomph, we'll get a Mana Hunter to try to make sure we have enough mana to be able to lock down all the spell towers and pop them with the third spell, Darken Skies, if we can. We'll come in from the side where there's just one spell tower. And when the troops get within range of that, we'll do the Scorching Heat, lock down that tower, lock down the second one, And then if it looks like we'll get 15, we can pop that and destroy those 2. If not, we can cast another 5 and get the 3rd one. Alright, we got 15, so we destroy all the spell towers that were covered by the Scorching Heat. We got 1 more to be able to cover the 3rd spell tower. And there you go. That's how you do it with Jal. At higher levels, you don't necessarily need to use a boost, but if he's low level and his starting mana is low, you're in good shape using that. So those are the first attacks in the arena. Hope you like that, and watch for some good stuff coming up.